quiet, thy pimp homeo. Be this hour I have done weeping. Thou have poppeth my coochie till I can't pop this no more. You know what, asshole?
Hello?
Yo, 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 it's like a hot-ass sex toy that you ain't gotta pay for. It's the West Side Wise Guys show. Tonight, we're gonna get into what we call What's the Protocol? And a new episode of the game show, Is It Gay? Tonight's show is brought to you by the Hotspot Sex Shop, helping you get off one click at a time. West Side Wise Guys live tonight, right now. What's up, everybody? This is Rick, and these are the West Side Wise Guys, Roger, Jimmy, and Shannon.
Good evening.
What up, West Virginia?
And the unintroduced Mikey sitting in with us again.
Yeah. What's up?
You know, you could pay a fee. We'll play your intro.
Yeah, I just might do that.
$5 a month, you can get your little 30-second promo on our shit.
I love that thing, man. It rocks.
Before we get started, tonight's show, the Wise Guys are proud to announce we've struck a deal with the
Hotspot Sex Shop.
So now you can get your freak on for a whopping 20% less. Just enter the offer code
WSWG
at checkout.
Yeah, I had some conversations with that guy, and he was kind enough to give our listeners a 20% discount on any, I don't know if it's anything, like there might be some shit that when you try to buy, like you just don't get a discount. Like if you try to buy a $1 rubber off this guy, he's probably not going to give you 20% or something, but
try to buy a rubber and a dildo, he might.
Yeah, you might get 20% off the dildo or something.
Yeah, and if you're kind of feminine, one of the feminine guys, and you like anal beads and shit like that, you can get 20% off. So if you want to try it out, you get a discount. That way it'll push you into doing it.
Yeah, you know, you figure if you buy enough shit, it's like getting a toy free eventually. One of the interesting things was on the site you can see like the hot sellers of the, you know, of what's selling on his site, and some of the things are like, you know, stamina pills and shit to keep your dick hard longer. And ironically enough, very fitting for this show, anal beads.
I didn't throw this into the intro, but we got another debut song we're going to play. It's from a local Cincinnati R&B artist. His name's Little Daddy. So we're going to play a little excerpt of his shit later, and I think Eric Cartman's going to join us a little bit later.
We haven't heard from Cartman in a while.
Well, he's here tonight.
All right.
We had to pay out the ass for him, but
I bet you he brought his anal beads, too.
I bet he did. Lucky he ain't here. He'd cuss you out, probably. Anyway, what's the protocol? Now, it's a new segment, and we're going to explain it a little bit further here.
Yeah, what's the protocol is basically going to be, you know, whenever you go, what should I do, or what's the appropriate response to any given situation, that's going to be called what's the protocol.
Like, for instance, if you're at a bar and a guy smacks you on the ass.
Yeah, like what do you do? What's the protocol? What's the appropriate response to getting slapped on the ass?
How well do you know this guy? I mean, a friend?
That's what I'm saying. You're not playing football. You're not doing nothing like that.
Just in a bar, you walk by and get slapped on the ass.
You don't know him.
I mean, what if you say, I want to, let me get a white Russian, and he goes, good drink choice, and smacks you on the ass. Like, is that sportsmanship, or is that a little gay?
Can I give you a real life scenario, and you guys can tell me?
Oh, yeah, you got a good one.
This happened Saturday night, okay? So, you know, we're all out together at the bar, and my sister and I go to the bathroom together, as women do. Well, there was this very lesbian,
manly?
yes, thank you. Very manly lesbian woman
you're
in there.
stumped for words now?
I'm just trying to be nice, I guess. Okay, so there was a butch dyke in the bathroom, okay? So she's in there, and, you know, Sarah's loaded, but she was like, dude, I love your belt. And so this chick starts talking to her, and she looks at both Sarah and I, and she goes, oh, is this your friend? You know, trying to feed out the situation there. I'm like, no, that happens to be my sister. And she goes, really? Because she's got blonde hair and you have red hair. Did your mom have red hair? You know, so whatever. We get into this little conversation or whatever. And Sarah was like, oh, I just love your belt. You're fabulous. Be fabulous. Keep being fabulous. A little drunken self. And so before the chick leaves, she goes, she tells Sarah, she's cute. And then she goes, and you're hot too. And she said, I'm a rough bitch. She goes, and you're hot too. And I'm a rough bitch. So how do I respond to that? Just kind of stand there and go,
Thanks.
Or say nothing at all, or just go, oh yeah, well I like it rough. What do I do?
I would have walked out of the bathroom, raising the roof, going Rough Rider, Rough Rider.
Like, thanks, but I like penis. Yeah.
I mean, it was flattering nonetheless. You
like
get
dick,
attention.
Marky?
But
If I was in her shoes.
No, that ain't what you just said there, buddy.
Or you could just look at Sarah and you could have been like, come on, Sarah, I smell sausage. And then walked out.
that's rude. But I did run back and say, Roger, I just got hit on by a lesbian.
Redo that.
Hello. Back to the show.
We had a
Thank
little
you.
bit of technical difficulty at the beginning of the show. So I apologize. We are now currently live.
Okay, cool. As versus everybody missed what we said before this.
Yeah, before we get started tonight's show, the Wise Guys are proud to announce we've struck a deal with
The Hot Spot Sex Shop.
So now you can get your freak on for a whopping 20% less. Just enter the offer code
WSWG.
at checkout. And you can get anal beads if you want to try them out. You can get dildos. You can get a French tickler.
I did notice that on their site on the right side, some dongs be scrolling up the right side, and it'll say members only.
That's my
dongs
next
be
single.
scrolling.
Dongs be scrolling.
Well, I mean, it seems odd. It just seems odd that there's
Dongs.
there's members only dildos.
Can I sing on your next track?
Yeah.
With my sexy voice thing.
We be rolling, dicks be scrolling.
And the dicks be scrolling.
Did they give you a location here? You can tell these people where to go, or
Yeah, has he got a website? What is it?
Yeah, all the link is on the show's site, so you can get there by going to our page. Pretty much, if you're listening on the web, you should be staring at their link.
There you go. Because we don't fuck around.
Yeah, so you can click the link, go there now. If I did my job correctly, you should not lose the feed to the show. It should open in a new window.
And actually, if that cool dude actually had our player on his homepage,
That
they
would
could
be
listen
crazy.
and browse his shit.
That would be nuts. Literally.
So let's pitch that a little.
I did see something I'm gonna get. So
What is it? Can you tell?
yeah, it's like this. It's this cock ring that grabs your cock and balls. It's like two rings. It's a ball and cock ring all in one.
So one goes around the base in front of the sack, and
Yeah.
the other one twirls down under.
Yeah, and then grabs your nuts and puts
and
them up.
they're not comfortable.
No.
Oh,
So
no.
no.
Somebody's got experience.
They're not comfortable.
Well, you don't know. His might be the more ergonomic version.
Like, are you supposed to wear this while you're pounding it?
Do they get different
Yeah,
sizes?
I mean the whole point of a cock ring is to
Nice.
bang with the ring on.
So you're banging while something's grabbing your balls
Yeah.
and squeezing.
I can tell you, there is almost no better feeling than coming and having your balls massaged at the exact same time.
Oh yeah.
That's something for the record books.
Yeah.
Good to
I
know.
want to go do that right now.
So
what's
anyway.
the
Don't you,
protocol?
when you're jerking it as much as you do, you never just rub your own balls?
No, usually
No, that's gay. I
You're
think.
gonna
Is that
get.
going to
Wait a
be
minute.
part
Wait
of
a
it? Is
minute.
that gay
Well,
segment?
I just seen the light turn on. Next time he goes to the bathroom, he's gonna do that.
no, because the thing is, you're like kind of like cocked over to the side, so you can get some good stroke action, and your other arm ain't gonna reach down there real good without.
You okay?
You
I'm
know
not
what we
really
should
good
Can't just
you know
sit
what we should
forward?
invent? You know what we should invent? A device that you strap to your wrist
The
so
hand
that when you're jerking it, it rubs your balls.
Yeah.
I made it. That's $1 million right there.
We need to
just have.
Yeah, it's like a glove that you strap around your wrist, and then you can bend it. It's got like I got a snake on the end of my microphone. It's got a snake on it with another hand.
like instead of the glove, it'll be the
Like
love glove.
like the little hands that they used to have back in the day
God.
that you can make middle fingers. And
Yeah,
shit. You
like
can put
that.
it- Like kind of like a back.
But it won't be
scratcher, but a
gay
nut
because it'll be
rubber.
a female hand.
It could actually be a glove, but it only wraps around two of your fingers and only holds the glove on the back side of your hand. And then the wrist part will have the thing down on it. That way, while you're jerking jerking, that thing's rubbing balls.
It's grabbing your nuts and lifting them and dropping
But
them.
if you're an aggressive masturbator, you're just gonna beat the shit out of your balls with that hand.
Well, this is for the
True enough.
this is for the gentle masturbator.
Yeah, this is for the one that takes their time and actually puts pride
For the
in their
aggressive
stroking.
masturbator, we'll have a feather down there,
Yeah, exactly.
so it'll
take
tickle
two.
your balls.
It'll
Yeah.
take two.
It'll be a big feather. It'll get both your nuts.
Now I've seen these cock rings, man. They're badass. They're like rubber, really like light rubber, and they got these little fingers on them. And you actually use two of them. You put one of them on with the fingers towards you, towards the guy, and then you put the other one on with the fingers toward the girl, and it's got a little nub for a clit that you use while you're humping. Now them are great.
So the one rubs her clit and the other one like fingers your taint.
Yeah, and around the base of your cock, and it get all these little feels like about 50 little fingers just kind of rubbing you down in that area, man. And that
I got news for you. If I had 50 fingers rubbing me anywhere during that, I wouldn't know that there was 50. I don't think.
no, I'm
He's
just throwing a number out there.
guesstimating.
I'm in the zone, man.
So
Anyway,
there's a new segment
right.
in What to Do questions. It's called What's the Protocol? And we're going to debut it right now. We're going to explain what the deal is, and then we're going to have one for you.
Can you
right
say
now.
that word again?
What's the protocol?
Cole?
It's call, ain't it?
Protocol.
Yeah,
Not hole.
Call.
I just thought it was a spin on the word.
Yeah, I did
Protocol.
too.
That's why I asked you to repeat
I
it.
thought you were doing like Virginia, like I do Virginia.
Protocol.
It's protocol.
Protocol.
Or like once when you add a T on it. Like once do you do that? You know,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Who says
Okay.
that?
Once
Oh. Does he say that?
I say Torward.
You've said Torward.
So anyway, the first question on the books tonight is, what's the protocol when you're talking to a guy, you're text messaging, you're getting to know him,
You're female, right?
or girl, it doesn't matter, insert him or her whenever necessary, literally, and you're talking, you're chatting it up, and in the learning process and getting to know each other, like you've hit each other up on Facebook. And then shortly after that, like let's say a week goes by or something, and then like it just fizzles out. Like one of the parties stops returning the calls. Is it customary to delete the person from your Facebook because that relationship didn't work out, even though there was like no wrong, like and not like you got into an argument, like it just you stopped talking to each other.
Well, first of all, when you delete somebody, it prompts them to think that there's something up.
Right.
So then they go questioning you and shit. So if you're not the type that want to get questioned about it, I would just leave them the fuck on there and just block them where you can't see their shit.
Oh, you can just block them, and then they
Yeah.
don't.
You
They-
don't even know they're there.
Their news feed don't come up or nothing.
Anything they
Yeah.
post
But
doesn't
do
come up.
you still show up on their friends
Yes.
list?
You're still their friend.
So what happens if they go to try to post something on your?
They think they're posting it, but you can't see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're just like, why does?
Oh, if they physically put one on your wall,
If they put it on your wall, it'll probably show up. But if they're just commenting or just putting statuses up, you won't see it.
So what you're saying is leave them on there. Does everyone agree with that?
I don't.
You think delete
No.
them?
I say delete.
I
I mean,
yeah.
if you just randomly met somebody and like you said, things go, it's only a couple weeks, there's no real emotion or feelings there. I mean, what you can really develop in
But
just
what
a couple
what
of
if they
weeks.
what if they can become a friend instead of what it could have been there?
I mean, and
I guess
well,
you-
I mean, there's too many variables. I mean, it depends on whatever. I mean, if it was just a casual thing,
Well, if you're not talking no more,
And
that
you're not
implies
talking
you're not
more-
going to be friends.
Exactly.
But there's
exactly.
something could have happened why they not talking to you. Something.
Unless
Well,
you're dead.
yeah. I mean, if you're trying to reach them through Facebook, you're sending them text message or emails, and however it used to, get reactions from them, and then all of a sudden for like more than a week that stops, then you guys aren't friends anyway. Delete them and be done.
Do they clearly know that you're pursuing them?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
Well,
y'all,
if they
like,
clearly know that and nothing happens.
like you're gonna go on a date and the date never happens, kind of
Because
deal.
blocking them is just like pretending to still be their friend, even though
I do that a
you're
lot.
kindly pissed off, and like,
gotta-
okay, douchebag, why aren't you returning my messages? So just fucking delete them.
I just block my wall and don't let anybody post on it.
It's just ridiculous how serious everybody takes that Facebook shit.
It is
Get over
serious.
it. It isn't serious.
It is.
It's a playground.
Facebook is an extension of my inner child. child.
Facebook is the
Okay,
mirage of your life.
Yeah.
It's like that for a lot of people. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's not like that for a lot of people too.
Facebook is the internet version of your living room.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No. Well, for most people, I would say
To a
that
certain extent,
rings
yeah,
true,
but-
but not for me.
You're posting your most intimate. Well, I post my most intimate thoughts on there anyway.
I post any thought I got.
And that's what it's there for. It's meant for you to vent if you want to. People put bad news on there, good news, bullshit. Just to get a laugh, and that's what it's there for. It's for however you feel you need to use it.
For
Okay,
me, it's a playground.
Okay, speaking of thoughts and posting them on the internet, this is something I would have posted on there, but I thought since I'm here, I'll just ask you. Is it hot or not? So let's work on that premise. Is it hot or not if a guy or a girl is out somewhere without their spouse? Now they're married, okay? And they're out with a person and they get oral. And during the course of the oral, they film the oral. Okay? So they talk someone in who...
Sounds fun.
Right. Yeah, I know, but it's going to get worse here in a second. So you're out, you get head, and then when you come home, you want to put a DVD in the VCR or the DVD player. I'm sorry, and put the film of you getting head on the screen, and then do your woman while making her watch getting a blowjob by a complete stranger.
I'm not going to put it in her mouth when she's watching it. I put it anywhere near her. She's
Does
like,
this happen accidentally or you planned it?
No, it would be planned.
Like she's cool with it and shit.
Well, it would be like one of those things, like like a surprise thing. Like you, obviously, the shock factor is gone if you tell them you're doing it. You know what I mean?
she'd rip your dick off.
So basically, you got to do it as a surprise and hope that you don't get killed in the process.
Well, you're not in the picture. Like, it's just a dick and a mouth.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so there's no... Unless you have a visually remarkable wang, they're not going to know it's necessarily your penis. You know what I mean?
So it's
you'll know it's your penis.
It's an anonymous penis
to your girl.
So it's a midsection shot of just that chick's face blowing you.
Right. Right. So, like, if you're laying down, the camera's on your belly, and all that's visible is your dick and her face gobbling your junk.
If this is my woman, I would probably feel bad about it. If this is some girl I happen to be just seeing at the moment, yeah, it might be hot.
But don't you think on some level, like, it could be erotic watching?
It could be, but could is not a variable I'm willing.
It could also be
right.
It could also be bring up guilty feelings.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you could be guilty.
Playing with a fun.
You could be watching getting a blowjob while getting a blowjob.
Now, don't get me wrong. I would send her a text message.
That's
and
like
say,
getting
hey,
your
can
dick
I film,
sucked simultaneously.
Can I film this chick blowing me, and I'll play it for you later while I'm banging you?
Yeah, that's no fun.
Why ain't it?
I guess the same question would be: would it be okay if you go out and cheat on your old lady? So you go out and fuck some chick, and you come back.
Right.
Is it okay to let her blow you when you get home?
Oh no! Hell no! That's not right.
That's not the same.
That's wrong.
No.
That's.
I think if you're not getting permission ahead of time, then it's cheating.
What if
you're basically putting it in?
I wasn't asking if it was cheating. I was asking if it was hot.
No.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Cheating is not hot.
It's hot.
No, cheating ain't hot.
Oh yeah, other people cheating is hot. I mean, if I'm watching other people cheat, it's hot to me, as long as I ain't doing it.
Man,
I see it on a weird level. I mean, I don't want her to go do it, but if it already, like, if she was just with me and she said, I have this video of so and so going down on me.
So if I mouth fuck her and tape it,
No. Let's spin it a little bit. Let's say you're together forever, and your wife's going through her old box of like keepsakes, and there's this old mini DV tape in there, and she's like, "Wonder what's on that?" And you put it in. She puts it in, and it's like her old sex tape. could you physically become aroused from watching
somebody else eat it?
Yeah. That's
I
my
mean,
question.
could you get aroused with somebody doing it live? It'd be the same thing.
I don't know if it's the same thing.
It's a little bit different.
It's different.
Yeah, that dude's in my room, man.
No, that's kind of hot though.
There's
having
man
somebody
ass.
watch you.
Yeah, watching is cool, but not like more man ass in my room. I'm anti man ass. Sorry.
I'd have to have some coaxing. Like, I'd have to be banging somebody.
I'd have to have some coke.
While I'm watching somebody bang.
Literally.
Man.
Not even
Wow.
not even the weak shit, like the real good shit.
a lot of coke.
Colombian pure or whatever they call it.
Peruvian pink, buddy.
I'll just say an
Peruvian
excessive
pink.
amount of coke.
I thought coke was white.
It can be pink, crystal.
Really?
I would say an excessive
I don't know
amount
anything
of
about
coke I'd
that.
have to have.
Jeez, who knew we had a fucking certified drug lord on staff here?
I'd have to have excessive amount of coke.
Shut it up.
Like, no moderation.
Yeah.
Lots of Jaeger, lots of weed. Yeah.
So anyway, you brought this story up in my head now. We're talking about this. I had a guy I worked with. He don't work there no more. He's probably in his 50s now. And he was telling me a story about how his wife let him bang her married friend. Now, the other husband doesn't know it happened, but his wife knows it happened, and, you know, he did it like a couple times. Because I think she was in the hospital or something.
Banged her in the hospital?
No, his wife was in the hospital, but she was like, so when she came back, she couldn't have sex for a while because of whatever problem she had.
For a while?
Like a couple weeks.
Oh, that's no reason to step out.
Well, no. So the good woman she was,
Oh, the good woman.
you know, they were all
like a true man.
They were all partying and drinking one night, and she allowed him to fuck.
Hey, look, my vagina's out of order, so if she's willing to, let you go there, just go on ahead.
Baby, I love you.
I'm going to go warm the car up.
He said it just happened like once or twice, and never after that, and they're still friends.
Because her vagina was now operational.
Yeah, I guess.
He had a loner pussy.
I think if my dick is completely inoperable, and like right now, if tomorrow it just doesn't function, it's out of order.
Here, I'm gonna
I don't want to know that she's doing it, but technically she would have permission to go get dick. I just
36,
cannot,
39.
I just can't get
Glenmore?
wind of it.
I would take it to this level and say that if you asked 100 chicks, say your pussy is fucked up, say you got
Shut down.
say you was in a train accident and they said we got to remove your pussy or you're not going to live. So they took it. So now you have no pussy. What would you do to keep your man happy? I bet 98 of them say asshole. Right? I mean, is it?
Nope. Blow them. I bet you they'd all say blow them.
Well, blow them, asshole, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is that they just classified themselves as a series of holes. I mean, they didn't say play pool or play basketball or do some other form of fun with them. They just automatically say asshole or blow him.
Well, because this is the fucking West Side Wise Guy show, and there would be no reason to shoot pool with us.
Do we have any ladies listening? Call in and tell us what you would say.
Oh my god! If you asked me the question of how am I going to please my man, I'm not going to tell him to go play baseball.
You wouldn't play Magic with him or something, or just connect on some level? I hope this
Look,
works.
it's out of commission once a week for each month, and I don't do those things, but play Magic, and I don't tell him to go play baseball.
Let's just say if it was shut down for good, would he have permission?
I doubt it.
Dun,
To be honest with
You're telling me that if your vagina was
you would have
out
a
of order,
fleshlight, buddy.
if your vagina was out of order forever, I would just be out of luck.
As far as having vagina,
Shit,
there
out
would
of
be
luck.
other methods that we could
Shit
do.
out of luck.
Shit in luck, apparently. Because there's no more vaginas, so the only thing that's left is the shithole.
Don't pretend like you wouldn't have this ass because you try every time. So
I ain't saying I like to ask. I like that. Hey, can somebody get this? Can somebody back this bus up off me?
Girls, if you got an opinion, what would you do to make yourself your man happy if your vagina had to be removed? It's
Hold on.
513.
If there's a marriage counselor in the audience, could you please call in? This is not right. You can't take vagina away from me forever. Like right now, I got at least 20 years left.
Is you having sex with another woman more important than desecrating our marriage?
Your vagina doesn't work.
I asked the question, answer it.
I'm answering it by saying your vagina doesn't work.
I know where you stand then.
So if she got in an accident and she was a vegetable, you wouldn't push her around in a wheelchair, you'd leave?
No, I would push her around in the wheelchair.
Well, I mean, her brain don't work.
But she's still got a hole I can put it in, too.
So then it's rape. Because now you're fucking somebody that has no idea and can't tell you, here, go.
She can blink, goddammit. Blink twice for vagina, once for asshole.
I guess she could sign a power of attorney for her vagina, and then I'll put you in charge of it.
I'm in charge of her vagina now. She can't speak for herself.
513-488-1298, ladies. If you had no vagina,
am I being unrealistic here?
No.
I would totally give her fresh dick.
You really think the relationship would stay the same?
I didn't say you could tell me about it. I just said you could go do it.
You're going to know.
No, I'm not.
You would know.
You have to take long business vacations sometimes or something.
In the back of his mind, he would know, but in the front, where it really matters, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't tell you, Roger.
Thanks, Jimmy. You're a real friend, I think. On some parallel universe.
I wouldn't do that to you, Roger. We're just cool like that. See?
We're going to go to a break, and we're going to be right back with another episode of Is It Gay? Right now, we're going to play Riders featuring Little Daddy.
And say... Now we riders, oh, what's right? Cause it just ain't right. Money keeps me high. You know they're trying to keep it so holy, straight for the sun. Trip to the top has only begun.
And we just now I know a lot of us in the streets about noise, so I'm here to put it into the room as a white boy about 6'4", and he show no love. Too cold to hold me, dog. He show no thug. I don't cock unless I have to, pop unless I have to. But see, I ain't proud, show that boy a blast you, but I would deliver an ass whooping and much bigger than you wanna give me. If I slipped up and said, nigga, play the game against me, you get fucked in the yard. And if you counted me out, then you must have lost cause. I don't wanna start shit, but it seems it's bound, and I ain't fucking with no group, girls. I want a cock hound, take dick from the back. Dick from the back. Where your man at, bitch? And I don't care about magazines, and if I'm ever on shit, I see enough double XL buying condoms here.
Riders, oh, what's right? Cause it just ain't right. Money keeps me high. You know they're trying to keep it so holy, straight for the sun. Trip to the top has only begun.
And we just see, I got backtrack, caught up in the backtrap, doing too much at once, so fucking I'm back at it. Only thing that's gonna stop me now is holding myself. The only thing that's gonna slow me down is holding my belt. My balls too big, damn dog, your head a little big. Yeah, that's what she said, and I say just put the tip. I love it when they get drunk in the club and act reckless. And the only product I know is white in Texas. I ain't talking about snow, it's too hot for that. Trying to quit, so now you gotta have cock to rap. Real talk, I ain't heard no last chick yet. Alas, I bounce back, yeah, the boy's elastic. And I heard he's a bastard, his shit face a plastic. And walk with a mask, around rap with plastic. Blow this bitch up your nose like Whitney. It'll be about an hour for that Xanax hit.
Riders, oh, what's right? Cause it just ain't right. Money keeps me high. You know they're trying to keep it so holy, straight for the sun. Trip to the top has only begun.
And we just now I figured if you was me, then I'd be you. Then I'd be my favorite rapper, pimpin'. I can't lose if you can't win.
That's Riders featuring Little Daddy. He's an R&B artist here in the Cincinnati area. And if you want to go check him out, you can go to his MySpace page or Facebook page at facebook.com/Lil Daddy, L-I-L.
Yeah, like
the slang version.
Yeah.
Lil
Daddy.
Little Daddy.
Gotcha.
All right, partner, keep rolling. So now we're going to go to... Oh, I'm sorry, I just looked at that. I can't wait to hear this shit.
What, you want me to tell you?
Howdy, folks. It's the game where everything is wrong. We ask the questions and you decide. I'm Rod Throbbing. Get ready to find out. Is it gay? Here's the host of Is It Gay, Jimmy Hat.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jimmy Hat? This episode of Is It Gay wants you to fill us in on what's going on.
All right. So we got a question here. Roger had a dream about Rick. So does that make him gay?
That depends on what the dream was about.
So, I'll tell you the dream, because this is fucking... I don't know if it's gay, but it's definitely weird. So anyway, this was actually 2 weeks ago, and we didn't have a show last week, so I saved this for the following week. And I can tell you that I did wake up in a bit of a panic.
Let me ask, did you have to change the sheets?
Hold on, we'll take a call here for a second.
Let's take a call here. It's the West Side Wise guys. Who's calling?
This is Little Daddy.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How you guys doing?
All right. So tell us about your music career, whether it be amateur or professional, and let us know where you're trying to go with it and how people can get any CDs with you on it or anything like that.
Well, cool. Basically, I started out when I was young. Started singing whenever I was young. Never really had any aspirations to do R&B or anything, but I went to church, predominantly black church, so that's why I got a little soul to me. But all seriousness, I just stayed with my music, stayed working, raising my family here in Cincinnati, and just did my music part-time in the background, Never really took it too serious. I was on the amateur level, but I just enjoyed doing it, basically. And whatever happens with it.
So
but, yeah.
I have a question. Do you feel like Cincinnati is a good place to be a guy like you, wearing the shoes and the hat that you wear, being a singer? Because it seems like, I don't know, it seems like for me, like the local music scene is not, it's not all that happening. You know what I mean? Like it seems like if I was you, it would be really tough.
Man, it sucks. It really does. Cincinnati really don't have any entertainment attorneys here, There's really not a big outlet for music here in Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati even has a major record label nowhere around here. And I think that's something that needs to change.
Yeah,
I think
you're probably right.
Great. I think it'd get a lot of these young kids off the street, out here gangbanging and breaking in people's cars and shit.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I'd like to have my radio back, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I need my tires because I need to go to the store.
They stole your tires? Shit, man.
No, but they would. You know how it is. They got my Cadillac converter.
So, besides your Facebook page and your MySpace page, you got any CDs that are out that people could look for?
Yeah, you can go to streetsdeepentertainment.com and you can check it there and buy the songs there. Plus, I recorded with Boss Man Sneed too.
Yeah.
And going to be on his upcoming mixtape. So be looking for that. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to play our song on there. We was definitely riding that night when we recorded that song. So
I gotta tell you, I ain't a rap guy by any stretch of the means, but that's a catchy tune.
Yeah, it's my buddy. His name's Norris. He's actually my cousin. He's the one that's rapping on the track.
Cool.
He's a good dude. He started. He grew up down here in Seller Park too. But he lost his mom when he was young, and he started doing that music as an outlet. And then a couple years later, I lost my mom too. So we just hung out and just we write about things that are personal to us in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't all gangster rap, but But, you know, some things are just for fun, and some things are sentimental. You know, we got some good songs that got a lot of meaning to them. So,
Well, let's be honest. Sailor Park ain't all that gangster. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Sailor Park ain't gangster, man. Sailor Park ain't gangster. Riverside gangster.
You got to move there.
Gangster. That's where I grew up.
You got to move there and then become the gangster rapper.
No, I don't do gangster rap, man. I just sing.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're a singer.
Yeah.
Anyway, you keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully me and Colossus B can get a track on that mixtape. Maybe
Man,
we'll
that'd be
seeing
awesome.
you on there. All
That'd
right,
be
man.
awesome. You guys are great, man. And tell them watch out with them scrolling dicks and shit.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, you too.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Later.
All right, so anyway, it's like 2:30 in the morning, and I wake up, and I want to like wake Shannon up and go, "You are not going to believe the dream I just had." So we're at this party, right? And at like everybody's there, and there are it's like Caligula and shit. People are fucking everywhere, and it's nuts. And most of the thing is blurry, but I remember being in like some swimming trunks or some shorts or whatever, and Rick's doing his usual I'm gonna freak everybody out nonsense. And he's on this wood deck, right? And he's jerking off, you know, like
Wood deck.
Deck.
You're outside on a wood deck jerking off because someone told
playing with
you
your wood
there's
on the
no
wood deck.
way you could jerk off and come right now.
Somebody
And-
challenged him.
So you're jerking off, and I come through the door. No pun intended. I'm not coming. He is. I come through the door, and as I come through the door, you're shooting your load, and I'm like, oh no! And it gets on my leg, and I start panicking, right? And I'm trying to wipe your jizz off my leg. And it's so white and thick and creamy. It's like, you know how when you like put SPF 5000 on yourself?
He said this shit sounded like it was oatmeal there
It
for
was
a minute.
that thick, and I was like, I was so distraught that the more I wiped, just the more it was there.
My shit does have a thick consistency.
Well, I don't know that.
So is that gay or not, Mikey?
I mean, I'd like to point out that I was traumatized in the dream.
I would say it's not gay because he didn't know he was in
Because
the
you were
line of-
traumatized.
Right.
I didn't feel like
He wasn't in the line. He wasn't in the line. He didn't know he was in the line of the fire of the Rickster. Sir,
I said
playing with
it's
his
a little
dick.
gay.
It's a little gay.
I've had sex dreams, but they've all involved females.
But is that really a sex
You know, I
dream?
blame you because your dick's out all the time.
No, he talks about jacking it. So,
And
I
you
mean,
talk about jacking it all the time.
I don't care.
I don't
My-
think that's gay. I really don't. That's not gay.
Hey.
I've never had a dream with a guy getting off in it besides me.
You can call me a faggot, but I was distraught.
I would say not gay. That would be my vote because you freaked. You know, if it had been like all casual about it, maybe like, oh, Rick's nutting on my leg. That might have been a little different.
I can say he sent me a text message and said, hey, I had a really bad dream last night. And I said, you know, hey, me too. You know, and he was like, well, I said, tell me about it. He goes, well, I want to save it for the show. And I said, well, can you give me a little? Because, you know, of course, it's going to pique my interest. And, you know, he just told me a little bit about it. He was like, Rick came on my leg and I couldn't get it off. So he was quite upset about it. I can tell you that.
So most people say not gay. What's the verdict?
You're gay. You got me fucked up.
Well, I guess it is what it is, then, ain't it?
It's not gay.
My subconscious is gay then.
I guess.
One of the little voices is gay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a gay dream and that doesn't mean
Maybe your
you're
leg's gay.
Maybe you shouldn't be jerking off in the fucking vicinity of others.
I don't usually do that. So it was an unorthodox recollection of you.
Bullshit.
Does anybody want to hear some Chuck Norris facts?
Cartman, welcome back.
Hello,
Fat
everybody.
fuck.
Fuck you. You ain't exactly a slim motherfucker yourself.
I know.
So anyway, number 10 on the Chuck Norris list is Chuck Norris flew boats in the Vietnam War.
Flew boats.
Yes, he flew them.
Oh, wow.
Number 9 is in Scrabble. If you spell the word Chuck Norris, you win forever.
You can't put a
can't-
space in there though, right?
You don't want.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm just asking.
Number 8 If Chuck Norris was an answer, there would be no question. Chuck Norris answers to nobody.
Hell yeah.
Number 6. Chuck Norris once brought a lamb back to life. He then killed it to show that the good Chuck giveth and the good Chuck taketh away. Oh, God, Clarice. He killed the lambs. Number 6. Chuck Norris made a mistake once, and it corrected itself.
You need no whiteout.
No. Number 5. Chuck Norris is the only person that can deliver a roundhouse kick in full 1080p. Remember that the next time you watch Walker, Texas Ranger on Blu-ray.
That is the first technical
Chuck Norris fact.
I had to throw that in there just for you.
And from Cartman, no less.
What's the big fucking deal, bitch?
Damn.
Number 4. Whenever Chuck Norris signs into Xbox Live, everyone playing a match automatically loses. Forever! You got that shit right. Number 3. Chuck Norris's jeans are so tight to prevent excess oxygen from reaching his legs and causing involuntary roundhouse kicks. Number 2. Jason Voorhees wears a mask because he tried to bully Chuck Norris as a child. We've seen the results of Chuck's work. And the number 1 Chuck Norris fact is, Chuck Norris once won a boxing match with a roundhouse kick. Officials were too scared to disqualify him. They knew the consequences.
Well, thank you, Cartman.
And there you have it, the top 10 Chuck Norris facts of the day.
We need to do the greatest Chuck Norris facts, because still the one that always sticks in my head is the one where Chuck Norris goes back in time and eats lizard legs, and he's like, hence snakes.
No, the best one is where
He once sold his soul to the devil.
the devil sold it back or some shit. I don't remember what it said, but I have to look it up.
Nice.
Oh, man.
We're going to go to the show news with Shannon right
We're
now.
going to blow your fucking ears off with the news.
All right. Well, this one I thought was quite interesting nonetheless. And this all comes from AP News, Associated Press. So, Marco Island, Florida, a dolphin weighing between 600 and 700 pounds jumped onto the deck of a boat, injuring a woman in South Florida. Isle of Capri Fire spokesman Keith Perry says a charter boat captain called emergency services Sunday afternoon after the dolphin jumped on the boat and landed on one of its passengers. Officials from the Isles of Capri Fire Department, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, and the Collier County Sheriff's Office used an immobilizing board and a rope to push the dolphin back into the water.
That's tricky.
Where else are you ever going to hear something like that, right?
I have no idea.
And where did my other stories go, man?
I think
You lost your stories?
They're not on the page anymore.
Eric's just going to stick around with us.
So I'll just do this one here. There was police serving a search warrant in a drug investigation said they found something more ghastly in a backyard shed. 2 human skulls in a shrine and several hundred pounds of animal bones, flesh, and blood believed to be part of a religious ceremony. Roberto Casillas Corrales, 53, of Clearfield, remained jailed Monday, a day after he was arrested for investigation of abuse or desecration of a human body. Authorities say he may also face several charges of cruelty to animals.
What was that guy's name again?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Roberto Casillas Corrales.
Roberto Castellis-Morales.
But one of the ones that I lost was basically...
He's probably related to Pedro.
There was another story that seems to have disappeared from my page, but basically these sewer workers were called for this clog, and they went and found 39 pounds of marijuana stuck in the sewer lines, tied to about 900 feet of rope, and the rope was linked between the U.S. and Mexico.
Where's this at?
And,
Can we get to it?
it was in California. It was in California.
I'm going to smoke some fucking weed.
And they basically, pulled the rope, found out, where the pipe was coming out at. They found no further drugs, but they say the 39 pounds of marijuana that they found, of course, was feces covered. But they estimate the
Never mind.
Still
the
smoking.
worth of the marijuana to be around $20,000.
I would smoke it.
Covered in shit.
Covered in shit.
It's in plastic.
It was
still
30.
get
It was
you high.
39 pounds.
39 pounds.
Only worth $20,000.
about 20 grand.
Well, a pound ain't that much.
That shit was
You got to
some
figure
bunk.
depreciation for the feces on
That
it.
shit was some bunk.
What's a pound go for now?
A pound?
I know.
Uh,
I know. You get a quarter bag of some
$1,200.
good bud is $100
$1,200 for a pound.
quarter. So if, you know,
1,200.
so look at that.
I'm dead serious.
So I thought that was interesting.
Hold on. So if it's $100 for a quarter, then that would mean $400 for a pound.
$400 for an ounce.
Oh.
For an O.
See,
And there's
I get ounces all day for 120.
16 ounces in a pound.
I'm not even bullshit.
Do the math.
This guy ain't
I
never
need to
smoked a
quit
fucking
talking over
joint.
here. I already got caught at drug lure
oh
over here and
man.
shit.
Well,
This mother-
then tell me how much a fucking pound of weed
It
costs.
depends on what kind of weed it is, bro.
regular street non.
That's what I said. At
Weed.
39 pounds, and it's only 20 grand. That's some bunk.
$1,200.
That's some bullshit.
1,200.
You ain't go. You get fucking smoke a pound and wouldn't get high.
1,200.
Well, how much is a pound?
1,200.
If I want to go to
dollars.
Price Hill and get a pound, what am I gonna pay?
You can go to Chevy.
He's doing the math.
Pound for 1,200.
There you go.
That sounds high.
It's not that high.
About $6,400 a pound
I wish it was high.
64.
of some
Good shit.
good dope, good pot.
Yeah.
So that means 39 pounds would be carry the one.
Motherfucking.
That's not that much.
No.
Nah, I mean, unless I did my math wrong. What'd you say it was?
$6,400 a pound.
6,400.
If anybody knows how to get a pound of A1 marijuana.
That's $249,000.
So they had some brown Mexican.
That's what I
weed.
said. They had some bunk.
Yeah, or they were like, yeah, this ain't really worth
It wasn't
that much.
nugs, man. It wasn't good nugs.
They must have bought a bag of South Park Dark.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. In that all aspects of that shit they had there, it was only $512 a fucking pound.
Yeah, you know what that tells me is that when they weighed the shit, it wasn't 39
It was-
pounds.
it wa-
Somebody took
It was really shitty when they got
somebody
it.
took 37 pounds.
You have to take it. That's going by $100 a quarter. If you buy it in bigger quantities, they usually break it down.
Tune in after the West Side Wise Guys show for an episode of Simply Irresistible.
Simply irresistible. Hell yeah.
And one other news story, which I've lost, what I thought was interesting was Ohioans, for the federal taxes, they had a computer glitch somewhere. And about, 17 residents of Ohio received letters saying that they were going to receive a $61 million tax refund from the federal. And once some people were smart enough to realize that, this was not true. Other people took it really serious, and they called the federal government back like, am I really going to get $61 million refund?
First of all, the federal government was probably like, you're fucking stupid.
And they're blaming it on a computer glitch. And they said about a week or so after these people received a letter saying they were getting this money, they also received a letter saying that it was a computer glitch and they're not getting
Yeah, but
it.
what if somebody would have been able to cash that check?
Well, the first letter they received said, you're getting this much and it's too much to direct deposit, so we're sending you a check. They never actually got the check. It was just a letter saying they were
Just
getting
saying,
it.
what if they did and would have cashed that?
You
motherfucker?
owe it
Put
back.
You owe
in.
it back.
First of all, I
Hey,
don't
that's
think,
their fuck up, not mine.
first of all, there ain't a bank that's going to cash it.
I mean, they can
They
put
can't
it in there.
cash it.
There
They
ain't
can
a bank
deposit it.
around here. It's got.
But the
61
damage
million.
could have been done because somebody
Yeah,
telling me
because you
I'm
could have gave me
getting
10 grand on that.
If I'm told I'm getting
No, they
$61 million, the first thing I'm going to do is go do the Mexican hat dance on my boss's desk and walk the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
And 1 week later, you'd have been an unemployed, broke motherfucker.
Hey, boss, I was only playing.
I'm sorry, my check wasn't as much as I thought it would be. Can I get my job back?
That was a singing telegram. That wasn't me quitting.
I was only playing.
Hold on, my
April Fools.
But it's November.
my drug sources tell me that around here the average pound is 900. So you were right.
I was
You was close.
You can get an onion for 120. I ain't bullshitting.
A 4-finger lip.
Maybe some South Park Dark is really worth $1,200.
That's some dark fucking shit, man.
It was really some South Park Dark because it was down in the sewer with all the shit.
South Park Dark.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Simply irresistible. I'm sorry.
Somebody get to him some cheesy puffs.
So I think after the show's over, I think I'm gonna go on that site and buy, what is it, Hotspot Sex Shop?
Yeah, Hotspot Sex Shop, and here's some hot items he's got on there that you can get 20% off by entering the promo code WSWG.
It's a max stamina sexual stimulant.
Oh, goodness.
We only recommend 1 dose per use.
Anal beads.
Anal beads.
Which I have yet to try, and I did vow to try them on behalf of the show.
I'll do 3 or 4 beads into it.
Until it gets to the gay bead?
Yeah, once you hit the gay bead at like number 4 or 5.
Does an alarm sound?
Yeah, yours.
I don't know. You had the dream, not us.
Your fucking alarm will sound.
There was no anal beads in my Rick dream.
Just saying, dude.
What's this? Classics Anal Duotone Balls.
That's to, I guess, tighten your sphincter muscle.
Well, let's see exactly what it is. Indulge yourself with the simple pleasures of a classic. Enjoy nonstop internal sensations with these sleek weighted balls. 2 large, smooth plastic balls with a smaller metal ball inside. Insert them, and they'll be... Where do you insert them? I mean, it hasn't said whether they're female or male.
It says
got a chick
anal.
on there,
They're anal, though.
So everyone's got one of them.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, though...
There's a chick on the cover.
They're
It
going
says
in the chick
use
as far as
them-
I'm concerned.
Never mind, I should have read on. It says use them vaginally, but not anally. They can disappear.
What?
They go on your ass and don't come back.
Excuse me, Doc. Can I get my classic anal duo beads taken out of my ass? I'm sorry.
You should always have a lifeline
That's
on the
a
end of
kind
that.
of-
Okay, so why are they called
Called
classics
Anal.
anal
Yeah.
if you don't put them in your anal?
You don't put them in your
I
anal.
think anal sells better.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Shut it, Jimmy.
No.
So anyway.
Because I wouldn't buy them if they said vaginal. So if they're anal, then that means you're just supposed to hold on to the string, damn it.
Hot spot.
Dude,
sex.
tie it to the bed rail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way you don't, your hands free.
Yeah, you could tie the string to the doorknob. That way,
It's brown tooth.
When you shut the door, it yanks the
Brown
beads out
tooth.
your
It's
ass.
brown tooth technology.
Brown
you just
tooth.
tie it to the fucking bed rail. It's hands free. You ain't got to worry about losing it.
Tie it to the doorknob, and when your little one comes in and says, "Daddy, I need a glass of water," they come flying out.
You know what? Tell you the truth, that's a good idea. Put the anal beads in, tie it to the doorknob, and have your partner shut the door.
Or that could be like an alarm. You could put the beads in your ass, and if somebody comes through your front door, when they open the door, it'll pull the anal beads out of your ass,
Yeah, and then
And
you'll
you
be
wail so
orgasming.
loud that sends the alarm off.
and then you'll wake up.
You think you're going to be aiming the gun if you're having an anal orgasm?
Well, you're going to be in a. If I
If
rip
they're
something
getting
out
ripped
of,
out of your ass, buddy, you ain't going to have no anal
if I rip
orgasm.
something out of your ass and you're in a dead sleep, you're not coming.
How do you know he's not going to come? He already came on your leg.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to live that one down.
Oh, no.
Remember, it's free to be a member, and don't forget your 20% savings.
Which, by the way, those things are members only. I want to know why you have to be a member only. Well, like, what could a non-member buy?
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe they can only get flavored.
it is free to be a member. They don't charge or.
Maybe they can only get edible undies and flavored condoms.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not that extensive. Max stamina, maximum. Let's check this out. It says maximum stamina is a radically new and unique sexual stimulant designed to increase sexual stamina and ecstasy. Have you ever used anything like that and it worked?
No, because. But if I could take something that would make my O a little more O,
Oh yeah.
I would do it.
I want to try that. What is that? That new KY Sensations is his and hers. You know, like they advertise it like it's the best shit ever.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Speak
Well-
up there.
I mean, what's
It's not all that.
No.
What's it do?
Basically, there's a separate KY jelly for her and then one for him.
And it
when
reacts with each other?
when you react together, there's supposed to
itches.
be some kind of explosive tingly.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make your orgasm very more explosive, I guess.
I'm trying to enjoy looking in her eyes while she's telling me this, and y'all are just interrupting.
It's supposed to make her
Spank bang,
more
spank bang.
spectacular.
But I tried that shrink cream shit.
Shrink cream. Why would you even try shrink
It goes
cream?
in the vagina.
Just because it says shrink cream.
Oh, well, I'm just thinking you're.
Maybe-
I
a
don't think
dude.
you need a smaller dick there, buddy. It's
Yeah,
small
that's what
enough.
I was thinking.
Oh, I gotta feed.
Oh,
You
that was
can't say
rude.
stuff like that.
Maybe it makes the pussy feel like an ass.
It's
I'll tell you
supposed
this.
to.
It's Chinese shit, right?
That's-
It says on the
That
tube.
sounded weird.
It said Oriental.
That's
Yeah.
mean to call a pussy an ass.
Maybe I'm saying maybe
know
it
it's
tightens it
tighter
up like an
like
ass.
that.
It does. It's supposed
It
to do
does?
that.
How
It's
do you
supposed-
know? And why don't I?
It never worked.
About the shrink cream?
Yeah.
I know about it because of all the freaking fun parties I've ever been to.
we tried, it didn't work.
Well, the Benoit balls do the same thing. Where you do like the Kegel exercises. With these balls in, and you're supposed to hold them in
I don't
there.
need
so.
balls to do Kegel exercises. I do that.
We
on my
tried,
own.
it didn't work.
She's doing it right
You're
now.
a surprise.
I'm doing them. Flexing.
Just release. Just release.
Are you currently doing?
I am.
Oh my god!
I am.
You want to watch my?
I
You want
told
to watch
you.
my face while I'm doing? Really? Ready?
Some of the
great.
things you have to be careful with. Some of the lotions and
that's
stuff.
great. We're on radio, and you just did a visual.
Put the lotion in my vagina.
Yeah. Some of them lotions, like you really got to be careful with the ingredients and stuff. But
Especially the mint stuff. We had some of the mint stuff that came with the mint good head stuff and the vibrating cock ring and all that stuff and some mints that she's supposed to put in her mouth. And I tell you, at first it's great.
Did it stimulate you, Clarice, when you
All
rubbed the
over.
oil on your nipple and Migs threw jizz in your hair?
But
Did
about
it make you scream like the lambs, Clarice?
it would have, but about 10. Well, the head was great. Don't get me wrong, man. You get that minty menthol feeling.
Minty head? Who ever heard of that?
Fresh breath and
It's-
head at the same
It's
time.
all that's been around for a long time.
You still have
Try
to
it out.
smell your
You'll like
cunt.
that part. But between the mint and the vibrating cock ring and the mixture of the two, about 10 minutes into it, you go numb.
Give me
Oh,
some.
yeah, I could see that.
Do they make it in biscuits and gravy?
No biscuits and gravy.
Good try, Denny's.
I had to
New
go-
cock ring.
But she had fun and she's up there giving her thing. But and I'm going to stop her and ruin the mood, so I just let her do one. But honestly, at that point, I didn't know if I was even hard.
I got a question.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's odd. Yeah.
I got a question for Mikey with 2 minutes left in the show.
All right.
make
Since
it quick
he's in
because I
a-
got a scenario too.
Since he's in a fairly new relationship,
Yeah.
how new? A year, less than a
Yeah,
year.
less than a year.
Okay, have you done some freaky shit yet?
Oh yeah.
How long did it take before you introduced that shit?
Now we talked about it for a while before it actually happened.
Well, talking pretty much is just an invitation.
That was probably hell. We talked about freaky shit before we even met, but actually,
What is the definition of freaky shit? I think it's different for
It's
everybody.
different.
It
yeah,
is.
for sure.
Unorthodox shit that you wouldn't do with
Anything other than missionary? Is that what we're going with?
no, we've brought the lotions and and toys.
But I
and
don't.
other things
I
into
consider
it.
that to be good,
healthy
practice.
healthy sex life.
Yeah.
But nothing out of the extraordinary. Unless you
Now,
count straps
a
and stuff.
Sawzall dildo, that's some freaky
Yeah, you
shit.
bring that out and it's fucked up.
But to me, that's freaky.
Somebody posted on Facebook and asked, "Would you let a girl give you head with pop rocks in her mouth?"
No
and
question.
Come to find out, two of the people that I know posted, "I've done it." Okay, so it really threw me for a loop. But who even thinks of that shit?
Oh man, you
One person
I
said,
could say I
wasn't
could
as
probably
great
come up
as
with that.
wasn't as great
All I
as they
can tell you
anticipated.
is
But
breaking Alka-Seltzer
Pop rocks
in
are
half
funny.
and put it in between your fingers.
pop rocks?
Pop rocks are funny.
Really? I don't think I want to do
Plop,
that.
plop,
No.
fizz, fizz. Why
Oh,
don't you
what a
come
cum
and
she
then
is.
I'll jizz.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I
You
don't
can't
want.
be placing sugar there. That causes infection.
I don't think I want my woman's vagina looking like Cujo and shit.
Does it?
Or talking to you.
Oh my gosh, she's foaming at the legs.
Yeah,
You don't want it talking
At
back
the
to you
lips.
either.
Now I can see the Pop Rocks thing only because remember that liquid lollipop shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've tried that, like on nipples and stuff. That's good. You know?
I thought it was
Sticky
more.
messy,
I
fun.
thought it was more for a woman to put pop rocks in her mouth while giving a guy head.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was asking, but then they took it to the level of,
Are you serious?
it
It's
in
over
place.
already, man. Need to make the show longer, guys.
A little bit longer, that'd be good.
Well, till next time.
Tune in next week for another episode of the West Side Wise Guys Show.
peace.
Love and chicken grease.